All right, we're up, up. Boom, boom, boom. What up,
Go ahead and
X?
check that out, Web3 Webs. And then any questions you have, come on in here and get them answered. And we're going to be doing this every day, 2 p.m. Central Time.
All right, so here we go. We're
Twitter
going into space
Spaces.
now. This
Welcome
is
up,
intro to
Dragon.
Web3. Oops, let me make sure I don't mute myself. Duh. Technical difficulties. Come on, move.
I don't know if your mic isn't working or.
No, I was having all types of problems. I accidentally locked my phone first, then I took a screenshot. Everything was getting in the way. But yo, what's up, X? Yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. Looking forward to getting going here, man. You just do the intro. I couldn't hear you or anything. I was going through all types of mess.
No worries, no worries. You know, you've heard it a bunch of times, so it's all good. Um, it's mostly for the people listening to the recording and all that. But yeah, so let's see. You wanted to talk today about um, when you're getting started, how you can be as safe as possible, right?
Yep. How you can be as safe as possible getting started. Yep, you got it, bro. So from
I
things,
think that's what I remember you saying.
yep, that's correct. Sorry, I was on mute again talking. But yeah, how to stay safe when you're getting started in the world of Web3 or in the world of crypto, and how to kind of like think in terms of things like maybe having multiple wallets, hardware wallets, all the different things you can do to protect yourself and make sure that you're secure and safe.
For sure. So, okay. Um, First off, I will say there is wallet safety and other safety tips as well within the presentations on Web3 Webs. So everyone, make sure you're checking that out because there is a lot of very critical stuff in there. But I'm going to give a very basic overview of stuff for when you're getting started. So first off, you got to understand. Um, I would say wallet safety. That's probably the biggest thing. So within the crypto space, within Web3, all this stuff, we have wallets, right? Similar to a physical wallet, you have a digital wallet. And of course, this may be a basic explanation for you, Dragon. I'm just doing it for the sake of recording. But you have a digital wallet. And basically, this digital wallet is your way for you to have all your different currencies and tokens, uh, NFTs, all these different things that you use and interact with in Web3 are most often done through your wallet. That acts as your identification. That acts as your entry. Just like it's your all around you know basis of interaction for Web3. So having a wallet and knowing what wallet and being secure with your wallet is very important. Um, the typical wallet that most people get introduced to when they first come into this space is MetaMask. Now, um, the whole narrative behind MetaMask has changed recently, and I'll go into explain that after I kind of go a little bit about how it started. It was initially a very decentralized wallet where you can connect to different chains and have all your assets within one wallet, or even create multiple wallets within that singular wallet, which is very needed because there's many different chains and you have to interact with a lot of different things. So having everything in a centralized place, to some degree, obviously, right, is a good thing because then it's all in organized and you're able to um, keep track of it all. Because having, let's say you have 20 wallets, right? If you have them all on different platforms, different things, it gets very confusing very quick. And all the different phrases, passwords you got to save. So, but basically, MetaMask initially was very decentralized, and now in recent times they've actually been bought out by Coinbase. So they are becoming more centralized. They're starting to merge their systems with other more centralized entities, and are also beginning to use reporting systems. So any transactions that you use in a MetaMask wallet will eventually be reported to the IRS, and you're going to have to pay your taxes. So that's an issue that a lot of people don't pay attention to when they come into the Web3 space is taxes, right? They think, oh, this is all, Web3, it's all digital. There's no taxes, but unfortunately there is. Of course, if you have losses that outbalance your your gains, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you do make a large amount of gains in this space, yeah, Uncle Sam's gonna want his cut. Of course, they had nothing to do with the creation of the software or the companies or anything to do with it. So taxation without representation, right? But we'll get to that hill when we get there with the government. So until then, we still have to stick to the laws and regulations, even though they don't explicitly say anything about digital currencies and assets. They still have relatively similar laws, and they're already implementing new laws to get that going. So using wallets like MetaMask and Coinbase wallet, things like that, you are basically giving all of your information to those reporting agencies. So if that's something you don't want to do, just might want to think about that.
That's a helpful level
uh,
of detail, man. That's perfect. Go ahead, bro.
no problem. Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
thank you.
Um, yeah, and so for wallets, I would say some really good wallets here. Let's check out a few. Um, Now, crypto.com also has a wallet that they provide. It's a DeFi wallet. Now, same thing. They go to reporting agencies, so it's a good wallet, but it does report to the agencies if that's something you're worried about. Um, Also, I like Tezos a lot. So the Temple wallet for Tezos is one that I really enjoy. I do personally use MetaMask for right now, but I am actually working on creating a Gnosis wallet, which is decentralized and able to be on many different chains. And another nice thing about Gnosis, and it's spelled Gnosis. Another great thing about it is that you can create what's called multi-signature wallets. So if you have a project, right, where you have multiple people working together and you're worried about funds and stuff like that and where it's all going, you can create a wallet where it requires each person to sign in and verify with their own wallet to be able to access the main wallet that everyone else is connected to. So unless everyone signs that release, that verification that pops up, then the wallet stays locked. So no one person can be a bad actor and withdraw all the funds or move the contract or whatever it is, right? Um, so that's a really great thing about it too. So Gnosis, Gnosis. Um, Also to Arbitrum. Arbitrum is a really, really great one. And they have very low fees for their networks as well. And they're connected to a lot of exchanges like KuCoin. So Arbitrum is a really great one as well. Um, and that's Arbitrum. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that they're going to be having an airdrop of tokens, which means they're going to be sending you free tokens pretty soon here for using their platform. And from learning from the token drops of the past from platforms similar to it, like Uniswap and others, this is actually something pretty big here that people could make a decent amount of money off of. So just simply by using their platform and the different functions that they have, you can end up possibly getting a airdrop once everything goes live. And that's just a rumor right now. There's not too much solid about it, right? But usually when people talk about these things, yeah, it usually happens. So those are a few wallets to check out. Of course, there's nothing wrong with using a MetaMask, and I was just trying to give alternative options for people who wanted them. But there really is nothing wrong with using a MetaMask. It's one of the best ones, one of the most secure. There has been hacks on it before, but that's only because of the issues of people actually not taking steps to be careful with security protocols. And I'll mention what I mean by that. So whenever you're using a a MetaMask wallet or any wallet for that matter with a um, browser plugin, right? So if you're using a internet browser on a computer, you have browser plugins that you see the little icons in, and you can click them, right? And crypto wallets usually will provide those as well. So MetaMask has one, and the only thing is, you never, ever, ever want to connect a MetaMask or any wallet, really, to Google Chrome, because Google Chrome has many, many issues when they go through updates. Whenever they do updates, the coding has split seconds, where there's gaps and people are able to get in and actually make changes and get information, and before everything gets Google Chrome. You're going to want to use a secure browser, not Internet Explorer, not Mozilla Firefox. There's one called Brave Browser, Brave, Brave. And that one actually is created by a Web3 company. It has a lot of features in there that keep your browser secure, such as not allowing cookies and trackers and all kinds of stuff to be accessed in your computer, as well as keeping your wallets secure from attacks. So that's one major tip there for you. And also, too, um, whenever you have a wallet, you get what's called a seed phrase. And a seed phrase is basically a collection of letters or numbers or words, usually words, that you have in a certain order, and it acts as your password, right? Now, the seed phrase is completely randomly generated when you create the wallet, and you must make sure to take care and write it down word for word in the order that it is in at the time that you make the wallet, because most oftentimes the wallet will not show it to you again. So if you lose that seed phrase, you lose access to your wallet, and there's nothing that the companies can do to help you. So basically, make sure you're being very secure with that seed phrase as well, right? You don't want that just lying out anywhere. You're going to want to put that into one of two ways that I recommend, from what I've gathered from hearing other people. Um, the first way is a little bit less expensive. It's getting a metal plate and actually engraving it, engraving the metal plate with your seed phrase. They have little capsule one versions of it that you can buy on different wallet sites, like physical wallet sites that you can get, and I'll explain physical wallets in a minute here. But you can actually get smaller ones as well, but those tend to break or get damaged. So getting an actual like engraving plate and then putting the seed phrase onto that is generally a better idea, and then putting that into like a safe, somewhere where that nobody's going to access it. That's a really good way to back it up, so no fires, flooding, or anything like that will damage it. The other option that I've heard people doing is taking it and putting it into an actual real bank, like a secure storage account, right? So they actually have a storage box that they have within the vault, and then they put their seed phrase into similar a capsule thing, like I mentioned earlier, and then they go ahead and put that into the vault. Yeah, of course, that is a lot more, you know, pricey, and you have to be confident that the vault is going to be able to take care of and secure everything. But that is another option that I hear a lot of people with large amounts of funds, which is what they do. Um, and that's general wallet safety for actual what's called uh, hot wallets. And I'll explain hot and cold because I talked about physical, which those kind of go together. So um, basically, your hot wallets are the ones I talked about, right? They're the ones that you download in apps through plugins, and are the ones on exchanges that they provide to you. those are wallets that are managed by other companies, right? So you technically, yes, own what's inside of it, but at any time, something can happen within their system, their servers, and your stuff can disappear. So keeping it on even keeping your currencies and your NFTs and stuff in a hot wallet is generally not recommended. It's better to actually move them into a cold wallet or a physical wallet, right? Like we talked about, and having it there for long-term storage. And the reason for that is because, like I mentioned, if anything happens with the servers or the internet or whatever it is, your data is still secure because the blockchain does not change. So you can have the data within your physical cold wallet that you have, and once the internet and all that stuff comes back, you just pop it right back in, and you got your stuff. So that is really the basis level of wallet safety is getting a physical wallet. And there's two that most people generally go for, uh, the Trezor and the Ledger. The Ledger has recently had some issues from people buying them from non-verified distributors and then getting hacked, because when you're buying them from non-verified distributors, they they send it to you after they've already saved the seed phrase, and then once you add stuff to it, they just empty it. So don't buy your ledgers or your Trezors off of Amazon or eBay or anything like that. Get it directly from the website, and make sure it's the correct website, right? Not Trezor spelled Trezzor. It's Trezor, Trezor, and not ledger like Legger. It's Ledger, right? Um, so you want to make sure you're getting the correct spellings and all that with the web address as well, because some people do put out copycat sites. Um, and that's the basic, basic safety tip is getting a cold wallet, making sure all your phones are safe, all your NFTs and everything is in a secure place. And of course, you want to be careful with that wallet as well, right? You don't want to just throw that around. You got to put that somewhere where nobody will be able to access it, or destroy it or anything like that. They do have like metal containers that you can buy to put them in, and stuff like that. So yeah, you can go as far as you want with it, in safety, and really more is better because there's just so many things that people are doing these days, like um, even passwords. Like if you're using an actual password for your email and stuff, you really want to make sure that password is hard to guess, or especially for a computer, because they're using computers to guess these passwords, right? So a lot of emails have uh, information in them that's you know confidential and actually can lead to you losing a lot of your stuff, right? Account information, background information, stuff, all that kind of stuff comes through email. So you want to make sure you're not connecting any of your Web3 stuff to an email that has that kind of stuff, that has anything of your personal information. You want to connect it to a brand new email, preferably not a Google email, and doing it that way. I like Proton Mail. Proton Mail is a Swiss company that is encrypted end to end, so super secure. And I use that anytime I'm doing something for Web3 that needs an email. Yeah, and that's about it for today. I've kind of gone on a little much. Is there anything that I didn't hit on that you might want me to talk about, or anything you want to mention, Dragon?
No, I mean you did great, man. This was beautiful. I'm over here taking notes on a few things. I wish I started taking notes earlier because I lost a couple of my questions or thoughts. But one thing that was really dope that you mentioned was that I didn't know was that Coinbase now owns MetaMask. I've been out of the loop. I have not been in touch with news, and that's one thing I think is really important when you're in this space is to be willing to take your time to get up on and stay current with what's going on in the space, because that's where you find opportunity sometimes, and it's also a place where you find safety. What are some good reputable sources that you know that are out there for people to refer to when they want to get news, like good news sources?
Well, unfortunately, with news, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. Even the best news sources tend to have some fake info out there. But the ones that I like to use, let me just go through here. I've got a few apps. Number one that I probably use would be Crypto Panic. Crypto Panic is a basically. Oh shit. Oh, I'm still here. Okay. I thought that it closed me out. Crypto Panic is basic. It made me panic, right?
Word, there goes the
Crypto
panic right
Panic.
there, right? That's hilarious.
Yeah. Crypto Panic is basically a amalgamator or whatever they call it. It puts all the information together from different news sources and puts it into one news feed. So you're getting updates from Twitter, from Discord, from Reddit, from everywhere. And it's community led. So it's a lot of people within Web3 just sharing their content and commenting on it. But tends to be, whenever something is going to happen in Web3, you see it in there first. Just saying.
All right, that's good. That's helpful. Beautiful. You got others that you really love, or is that like your primary source? I know you don't have to give up all your sources at once, I guess, and not
No,
that you would
I
hold
don't
any
mind.
back either.
No,
I
I
know.
don't mind. Yeah, because the more the merrier. It helps people out. Crypto Panic definitely. Coin Market Cap, excuse me, Coin Market Cap does also do some news articles. You can subscribe to their email, and they tend to have a lot of good information in there as well. Um, let's see here. Crypto Bubbles basically is a market watch platform. It organizes everything into these bubbles that show you which ones are the top movers or what's moving the lowest, and you can separate it out by time period. That's good if you're trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to buy today? You go there, find the ones that have gone down the most, and see what exchanges you can buy them on. And CoinGecko, obviously, that's another good one for research. And Lunar Crush, but Lunar Crush is, you got to take it a little bit more with a grain of salt. It is they do tend to pump coins in there. So Lunar
Mm,
Crush, they like to they have articles in there as well that you can read, but what people mostly use it for is their top coin charts that they do, where they usually do like a top 10 or a coin of the day and stuff like that. But a lot of times, it's a sponsored kind of thing. People are paying them, so don't always take it as like a set all be all. But usually, a lot of people are watching that, so when they say something, it tends to pump the price or dump it or whatever they're trying to do.
beautiful, man. Damn. You really hit that, man. And you mentioned the term. I think one thing I'm gonna do is, since we're really trying to help people who are new to this space and unfamiliar with some of the terminology, I'll try to find places where terminology is used and ask to break that down a little bit. I think that'll be helpful. For example, you said lunar watch. What is it? Lunar. I didn't even finish watching writing the name of it down. But you
Yeah,
said
Inner Crush.
lunar crush. Okay. You said lunar crush has a tendency to possibly pump currencies or pump tokens. Do you mind explaining what pump or dump means so people understand what pump and dump both mean?
For sure. And real quick, welcome Mizzo into the room. You can come up if you like.
Peace,
But yeah,
Mizzo.
pumping and dumping coins basically is like so figure a pump, right? If you're pumping something up, it's inflating. So that's usually what people do is they'll try and build a bunch of hype, right? Get everyone excited over a certain coin and inflate the price so that they can then dump the price back down, which means they sell and then take their profits and the price comes crashing down.
Perfect. Thank you, man. That was dope. Beautiful. Um, I had one other one for you. Oh, I was gonna say something that you gave me. Another thing that you gave me today that was a jewel that I appreciate was how people are storing their seed phrases. The metal plate idea. That's a really a dope idea. One question about that though, in terms of security, that just popped up as I was thinking about it. How do you actually get these plates printed up? Do you have to send your seed phrase to the manufacturer, enter it into a website in order to get it get one printed up, or how would you
No,
recommend?
I think there's like some type of metal you buy where it comes like kind of soft and malleable, and then you engrave stuff into it, and then it like after you do something to cure it, and then it hardens.
Oh wow,
Um, I've seen that, and then also you can get like a regular metal plate and use like a Dremel and just engrave with that.
dope. Okay, wow, that's genius, man. Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And let's see other questions. Cold wallets. Questions about cold wallets or the hardware wallets. What do you know about hardware wallet redundancy? I know in the when I was doing IT work in the past, one of the big things we'd always want is to try to factor in, or when we were designing solutions, we'd always try to design in a solution where there's redundancy in case one thing failed. So if a hardware wallet that you own fails, are there solutions where you can get like a mirrored wallet or something like that?
Yeah, technically everything is backed up by your seed phrase. So if you needed to restore your wallet, generally you can do it through the system as long as you have the seed phrase still. And that's usually the issue is that people lose the seed phrase, not the wallet.
Got you. So if you have your seed phrase, then Ledger is potentially holding on to that information. Is that
Right, like it's all in a system, basically, because it's all connected to the
it's
blockchain, right?
blockchain? There we go.
So
Okay,
Uh,
got you.
yeah, so it's basically saying, okay, this amount of Bitcoin is delegated to this wallet, and that wallet is backed up by this seed phrase.
Got you. And this person, so say you had a hardware wallet that burnt up in a fire. Say your safe wasn't strong enough or whatever, or wasn't tough enough. Um, can you contact Ledger, say, hey, I need a new hardware wallet, and just use the same seed phrase and still have access to the assets, or what happens in that case?
Yep, you should be able to do something like that. There may be other steps involved, but generally that's how it goes. Yeah.
Okay. So that might be something cool to figure out for a future one. Talking about wallet redundancy and things like that, because that's one of the things that's when I had the cash in pocket, was one of the things that made me hold off on buying the hardware wallet was because I needed to figure out a redundancy solution, and there was just one of those thousand other things on my list, so I kept holding off. So that'd be a dope one to run into.
Some people actually, if you don't even want to buy a hardware wallet, some people use decommissioned laptops. So ones that they completely remove all access from the internet, and then they use that because then you can. I mean, it's storage, right? You just use storing data, so you just store it
Shoo,
in there.
that's beautiful, man. You just gave me a couple ideas. All right, that's perfect. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. You can do it with a phone too. Just it's like I said, you got to make sure you take off any connection to the internet.
Yeah, so wipe a phone, just put, for example, MetaMask on it or whatever, and then disconnect it from the internet, shut it down, and put it in a safe.
Yep.
That's dope. That's definitely dope. Only thing I would be concerned about in that case is, say you go 5 years without doing it, and some technology changes or updates give you challenges getting to the internet, especially with an old version of MetaMask. Maybe you got a 5 year old version of MetaMask on the phone now. It may not be able to connect or function with what's going on the back end servers in that case. Is that a possibility?
No, you'll still be good as long as you got your seed phrase because you can reboot the wallet in a new computer or whatever.
Okay. Damn, that's right.
Like you can have your wallet in multiple places at the same time also.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. Seed phrase is the key. Yay. All right, cool. This is dope, man. This is beautiful. I'm glad I got a chance to ask these questions and talk through some of these things. I've been in a situation when learning about this or trying to learn about a lot of this where I'm just translating information one way that's coming in, and I'm not able to talk, haven't been able to talk to many people about it. So helps to have somebody like this on team and in community, man. Thank you, bro.
For sure, man. No problem. And if you have any questions too, always feel free to ask. Whenever it's even if we're not in here,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna try
always
and
up.
save as many of them for this space as possible. I think this is a great. I've been holding a bunch of them. I think for a reason now. I think this is the place to pose them, man. This is perfect. Or I'll ask outside in some cases too. Yeah, I guess we don't always put you on the spot.
It's all good, brother.
I'm just fucking with
But
you.
yeah, Mizzo, if you want to come up and ask any questions, you're feel free or not. We'll just start closing it up here.
Yep.
Um, yeah, so this was Intro to Web3, NFTs, and Crypto. Come on by next time. Every day we're doing this 2 p.m. Central Time. Come on and get your questions answered. No question is a stupid question. You know, just trying to help make the process of moving from Web 2 to Web 3 or even from Web 1 if you're not there yet. uh,
Word.
yeah, just try to make it smoother. So I'm xBohiti, aka Spirit Bear. Here, my friend Dragon here, and Mizzo as well, who hopped in the room. Make sure you're following all of us, checking out everything we got going on. We have a lot of things on the way. Project RMA, woo woo.
Project
Uh,
Army.
and yeah, and go ahead and check out Web3 Webs to get that free self-guided course and all the information you need. So thank you for hanging out with me, Dragon, again. It's nice having somebody here, you know, so I can make sure I'm keeping on direction and not just kind of rambling. You know?
Nah, you did perfect today, though, man. It sounds like you had a lesson plan and all that together, man. You really walked through that well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more and more of these, man. This is great. Any idea what you want to do next time? Do you want a topic next time?
For sure. So let's see. We went through wallet safety today, right? Why don't we talk about exchange safety tomorrow?
Yo, that's perfect. Monday, are you doing every day, including weekends?
Yeah, weekends too.
Hey man, make sure you find a time and space to get some rest in here, man. You know, you definitely don't want we can't have you burn out, man. Definitely can't have you be somebody that burns out on here.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe I'll take a break on the weekends.
yeah, I think so, man. And maybe we'll see if there's demand after time's built up. But I mean, you got so many things that you're doing right now, man. Protect that brain, protect that rest, and spend some time with that wife, man. I know without them, this stuff gets a lot harder, man.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
appreciate you looking out, bro.
No, hey man, I know y'all do the same for me, man. So I appreciate it, man. This is where it's time, where we're supposed to be, bro.
100%. All right, man.
All right, man.
Well, we'll get head over. I'll see you in that. And is she gonna be here for that meeting still? I know she's going through some stuff for Blankets to the Streets.
No, she said next week. I think
Right.
damn, I meant to talk to you about that. Yeah, I rescheduled it. Did you get the updated invite? I said I switched the invite to next Friday.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely need to check in on her though. We should definitely both check in on her, make sure everything is all good, and just let her know some people care, man. So thank you for the reminder on that, man.
For sure, man. No worries at all.
All right.
All right. I'll just see you and Mizzo later on then at the Rap Heads Twitter space.
Yeah, Rapheads Twitter space 7 p.m. Go to follow King Mizzo made it and join the space from his account, or you can see X and I will be in that space around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well this evening. So have a good one, man. Peace.
So, peace out, y'all.
All right, peace. These spaces educational. We really want to help people, especially marginalized people, find opportunities in the world of crypto and on the blockchain. This is why this education is so important. So hopefully you'll be able to jump on with this more and more often. Maybe jump on, ask some questions. Well, no question is like he said, no question is a dumb question. It's we're really there to learn together, and maybe your question will help us learn something, learn how to teach better, or learn how to go a little deeper, or just learn something we may not be aware of. So feel free to join us. Thanks if you joined today.